And hello and welcome back, YouTube. It is Friday, January 13th. Wow, it's Friday the 13th. 2023. 10:29 a.m. Oh yeah, I'm up in the morning. I don't really want to be up in the morning, but I'm up in the morning. I'm heading over to Rob's shop to deal with the bends. Hopefully this works out all right. I'll be really frustrated if I get there to find out it's been hauled away. He already told me somebody broke into it and rummaged through it, so that's not cool. I don't think I had anything left in it of value aside from the stereo. And if that's gone, I'm gonna be kind of bummed out. But I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I get there. So my battery ran out when I was shooting the video in the middle of the night last night. Like right after I said that my battery was probably going to run out soon. So yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Wow, look at all the leaves blowing around in the wind. So the good news is I did make it back to my car. And sorry, I got a bit of a headache today. It's making it kind of hard to concentrate. And I think I got the headache from cleaning out my cat box before I headed out last night. And last night I woke up after 11 p.m. I want to say like 11:30 p.m. And I was being optimistic that maybe, just maybe, I might meet somebody. It might meet maybe not. Not Miss Wright, but Miss Wright for tonight, and it'd be best for the apartment not to smell like cat box. So I cleaned out the cat box before I got ready to go out. I also completely shaved, clean shaven again. I was last night. I am today, which I haven't been for a while. So there's that. Gosh, what was I going to say? Anyway, so I did get the cat box cleaned up pretty well. Put the rest of the litter that was in the box in it, which was kind of disappointed to find out there really wasn't much left in the box. And I was figuring that would make the place smell a little better. But what it actually did is it kicked up a whole bunch of dust, and when I got home, like I immediately. It didn't smell like a bad cat box, like ooh, it smells like cat piss in here type smell. Just more like the smell of the litter, as if there were no cats involved. I just dumped a bunch of litter, and the dust from the litter went everywhere. And that was a little overwhelming when I got home. By the way, I got home at about 6 o'clock in the morning. I was trying to put last night together. Yeah, I got home at about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I made the illegal U-turn there, and so did the SUV directly behind me. As the guy with the trailer apparently saw the sign and felt the need to move up to the U-turn okay sign. Anyway, I don't know what all is in that dust, but I got a bit of a headache. Oh shit. I just realized I'm rolling out with like no gas. Wow, yeah, I do remember that when I was coming home, that I was like really low in fumes, and I thought, that's fine. First thing tomorrow, I'm just gonna head over to Costco and top off. And I just absolutely did not remember that being an issue. That's my problem when I wake up. I have such a spotty recollection of the day before. I almost wonder if I should maybe keep sticky notes in the car so I can put sticky notes on my windshield right in front of me, so when I sit down, I'd be like, oh, that's what I need to remember to do. Glad I noticed the gas gauge before I ran out of gas. Of course, I might be speaking too soon. There's no exit for 40th Street going this way. And in fact, there's the overpass for 40th Street. I genuinely don't know if I got enough gas to make it back to Costco or not. Since I'm going to have to backtrack all the way from 32nd Street. this wasn't even the direction I was planning on going. I was planning on going south on the 143 over to Rob's shop, but I definitely need to get gas in here like right now. Wow. You know what? I did get home around 6 a.m. I forget what time Costco gas opens up, but I think it opens at 6. Like, I could have totally handled that before going to bed. I don't know. I think I was just so emotionally spent by the time I got home, and depressed and lonely and frustrated that I was going home to bed alone at the same time I would generally be getting home alone after going to work. I never did hear back from Jazzy all night long. I did hear back from Priscilla at one point. I feel like I mentioned that. You know, and I kind of want to, part of me wants to read those text messages. And I did get one text message from her this morning about 9 o'clock in the morning. And I wanted to be able to read that, so I actually texted it to my Obama phone. But the problem is that the Obama phone has reception issues, and it hasn't received that text message yet. So, and that sucks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it right here. Oh God, my head hurts. My head hurts bad, and I really think it's from inhaling all the toxins in the cat litter test. Took a painkiller, but that doesn't really make the issue go away. I can still smell it too. Yikes. So, I kind of lost my train of thought there. So, yeah, messages from Priscilla. I don't know. At one point she, so she had asked if I wanted to come over. I forget what time that was. Like I said, I slept through most of last night until like after 11 p.m. Then I got up and was like, well, I should go out and try to do something enjoyable with my Thursday night instead of just sleeping the entire day away. And I saw that message from her, and I responded that, yeah, I didn't think my sexual frustration could bear that. And I forget what she said in response to that. Like something about hanging out with her or whatever. And I responded to that, and this is while I was out at the 007 bar with where Gary was. Oh, by the way, I don't think I ever explained that that's why I went there. Yeah, that bar I went to up at 45th Avenue in Union Hills, that's where Gary from Bullock's Cocktails, when I did my long extended run of Thursday night karaoke, he was the guy who was holding down Sunday through Wednesday. So that's where he goes Thursday. I want to check out his Thursday place, and yeah, so that's his Thursday place. Yeah, overall that was kind of disappointing. It was interesting. I had 3 very interesting conversations with people. I didn't really talk to Gary all that much. He kind of had his hands full, and that's fine. I only sang one song. I couldn't even really hear myself at all. And I'm just perplexed by the way Gary does karaoke and how he actually managed to stay employed doing it while I struggle to find gigs. But it probably just boils down to the fact that he's a lot more personable and more of a people person than I am. I think that kind of sums it up. But he had a little tiny screen, and then he had like the big bar screen, which really wasn't so big. Anyway, when my song came up, I'm looking up at the big bar screen, and he's playing this little teeny tiny screen that was down on his karaoke setup, which I had assumed was maybe there as just a control screen for him to control some kind of equipment. I wouldn't expect it to be for lyrics display. I mean, it's a tiny screen, like a 5-inch screen or something. And I was like, Gary, I'm I have really bad vision, man. I can't read text that small. And I really couldn't. I mean, I guess I glanced at the lyrics a little bit, but I can hardly see them, unless I'm going to put my face like 5 inches away from that screen, and I can't really sing in that sort of position. And fortunately, I picked a song that I know very, very well, that I could pretty much sing from memory, and I did. I sang Cumbersome by Seven Mary 3, which was the song I sang the night I proposed to my now dead ex-wife. That's a whole nother story and unto itself that I don't want to relive. And I find myself getting further and further away from the text messages that were sent between me and Priscilla last night, which really weren't much. Basically, I'd said that, I didn't want to hang out with her because my sexual frustration couldn't handle that, which is that, just trying to be honest about the situation. I don't understand how she can't understand that. And so I said, well, that would be like that yeah, it's like being hungry. It's like being invited to a buffet when you're hungry, but not being allowed to eat. That's the way I could think of to explain it. And she didn't reply to that for quite a while. And then when she did reply, I think it was maybe when I was walking around Metro Center, was maybe chatting up that homeless woman at QT, CJ, who actually did text me back this morning. She definitely needs some fresh air. I definitely got a headache, and it's just from lack of air circulation in my place and all that dust I kicked up from the cat box. I had to figure out what to do about that. That little air filter I have is not adequate. And I got a feeling its filter is probably completely clogged anyway. I don't even know how to change that out, or where to get a replacement for it. I wonder if the message from her made it through to my Obama phone. Nope, it's still showing no service. Yeah, I think when I sat on it, I damaged the connection to the antenna, because it's just very rare and random when it gets service. Most of the time, it just shows that. I don't know if y'all can see that little icon. Oh, come on, don't go blank on me. Right when it was starting to focus too. That. Damn it. Make that come up and be focused. Can you see it? Right there by the whoa, it just changed. Now it's showing it has Wi-Fi and a signal. It basically, it's and there's the sound of my text message from myself. Basically, it will show the triangle, which is like a progressive meter as opposed to the original bars of like how much strength I'm getting. And a signal mirror, like signal meter there, but it'd be just a little white triangle that's empty with a little X in the corner indicating the signal. Wow, I just suddenly got like kind of weak Wi-Fi, and it's showing a strong cell signal just out of nowhere, as I'm trying to show what the symbol is for it not receiving anything. And is that my text message for myself? No, it's not. Nope, I got one from one of the from Jobs to Careers, one of the recruiting websites. This was the phone I was using when I was job hunting prior to getting the job at McDonald's, prior to getting the job at Amazon, and so I also interviewed for a job at Penske. So glad I didn't get that job. I hate working in cold storage, and I was going to be working in cold storage and frozen storage, and it was a pretty miserable schedule, so kind of here for happy accidents. But yeah, one of the websites I signed up to is Jobs to Careers. Jobs, the number 2, and the word careers. Karen Holmes is searching for a relivable, R-E-L-I-V-A-B-L-E, relivable caregiver. The hell is a relivable caregiver? Full time? Yeah, not interested. Yikes. Darn, I was hoping I'd get the text messages sent to myself. that was just a copy paste of that woman pumping her gas 2 rows over to the left is cute. So last message I got from her this morning. Anyway, I was pretty buzzed while I was walking around last night, and yeah, I get a whole lot more bold after 3 Sailor and Cokes, which kind of goes to my theory of like, yeah, how I could be so shy that I can't really make the first move with a woman. But yeah, I think it's kind of the liquid courage has got me past the first move, and more than a couple times. So yeah, it removes the filter. Not like I have a whole lot of filter with Priscilla anyway, but I definitely removed that. And anyway, she said, so I give the analogy about how yeah, it's like being hungry and being invited to a buffet while you're hungry and not being allowed to eat. And then I got a response from her. Oh, maybe it was, yeah, I think it was actually while I was at the bar where Gary was at. And it said, I fell asleep, I just woke up. Which, you know, a lot of times, like, I'll send a text message like that if I'm slow in responding to somebody as I'm like reading whatever they wrote me. But then usually within a few minutes, like, I'll respond to their actual text, because obviously that wasn't really in any kind of a response to what I had wrote her. And I was kind of disgruntled that text message never really came. I really want to read these, and of course I can't because I'm shooting on the iPhone and they're on the iPhone. Well, you know what? I think I'm just going to take a picture. Just take a picture of the screen on my iPhone with my Obama phone while I'm pumping gas, and I'll be right back with those. And welcome back, YouTube. There's my car beeping for no apparent reason. It is 10:49 a.m. and as you saw, there was nobody at the pump behind me, but there was a oversized killing machine type pickup truck. That monstrosity right there, directly behind me, and apparently they didn't feel that they could maneuver around me to the pump in front of me, so they just sat there idling for quite some time after the car in front of me. Finished pumping, waiting for me to leave. And idling their oversized engine the entire time. Apparently gas is still not anywhere near expensive enough if somebody can idle a truck with a giant ass engine like that. I mean, I understand it here in the summertime. When it's 108 degrees outside, by all means, idle your engine, keep your air conditioning on so you're not sweltering and dying in the heat. I get it. But right now, it's really nice. It's like in the probably mid-60s out. Sunny. Like there's no reason to have the heat on, and there's no reason to have the air conditioning on. Therefore, there's no reason to be sitting there idling behind me at the Costco gas station. Another ugly ass oversized truck. Yeah. I just got the dink sound on the Obama phone, so maybe I finally got the message I sent myself like a good 30-some minutes ago. Let's see if I can get her stopped here and look. I wasn't able to take a picture of my screen like I wanted to because, and it's kind of goes back to it is the message for me. It kind of goes back to what I think is the problem that's causing my my check engine light to be on. As I mentioned, I think there's an air leak between my gas hole and my gas tank. Because yeah, when I go and I top off at Costco, I gotta stand there and hold the nozzle. If I just try to pull the nozzle in, put the little lock on it, it just always shuts off. So I gotta basically keep my hand out the whole time it's pumping. So yeah, I did get the text message from her. I forget what she had wrote me, but it certainly did not respond. It didn't respond, and now I'm feeling bad because I can't remember what I actually wrote her. And I should probably pause this and send that to myself so I can read them both, because the one without the other just is incomplete. So I shall be right back. All right, I'm back. It's 10:55 a.m. I really do need to get Rob's, but I got this on my mind. I want to get it out of my system, I guess. Oh, and of course, I ended up taking a picture of the screen with my Obama phone, because when I tried to copy and paste it and send it as a text message to myself, I looked at the Obama phone, and once again, it's got the that's the symbol I was trying to show you. It's just a little triangle with an X in the corner. It's crazy how I go from just having all the bars and fine reception to that for no apparent reason. I don't know, this phone is really hosed, and you can see the screen is just all kinds of shattering. Anyway, so I looked, and it was 1 a.m. when she sent me the text, something about how, responding to my thing about my comment about it being like being hungry in a and being invited to a buffet but not being allowed to eat, and then she responded with, well, I just woke up, or something like that, which didn't really, I feel didn't really counter or respond to my comment about how I feel about, how I feel, and yeah, anyway, she so that message came through about 1 a.m., which is about the time that Gary wrapped up the karaoke, which was kind of disappointing because I didn't get there until like 12:20 in the morning, which meant I got to sing one song, and I didn't even get to hear very many people sing before it was over, and that's my bad. Like, I should maybe sent Gary a text message and found out, rather than before driving all the way out there. So that just is what it is. My bad for driving that far to a karaoke show that was ending earlier than 2. But on the bright side, at least I made it to last call and actually had a really enjoyable small amount of time over at the bar over on Bell, Finish Line, I think it's called. So anyway, about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not sure where this, obviously it was before my phone went dead, as I was taking a walk along the new light rail under construction on the opposite side of the freeway from Metro Center. I don't know what time it was at that point where my phone finally died, and just in the middle of me recording video, but obviously I texted her before then. My guess would probably be before I started shooting that video, and probably after I left CJ at QT. That would be my guess. Because straight up, I would have, if CJ wanted to go roll with me to my place, I would have been all about it. I definitely would have. I mean, wasn't by any means gorgeous, but I didn't find her unattractive, and she seemed surprisingly nice, and I could really go for that kind of nice. Because outside of my Amazon warehouse, my life's pretty lonely these days. So anyway, yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm assuming after I left the QT, before I started shooting video over by Metro Center, or before I started shooting video again, I don't know. I wrote okay, period. But do you want me to come eat your pussy? That's what I really need to know. As I said, give me a few drinks. I have no filter. But I mean, that's what I really needed to know. So, like, I'm kind of hinting about it and trying to be more subtle about it, and I'm not going to get answers. So just there you go, blunt as possible. Is that what's going on when I get there? That's what I need to know. Anyway, she texted me this morning at about 9 a.m. I woke up about 8:30 a.m. So yeah, running about 2.5 hours sleep, which is fine because I slept a ridiculous amount of hours yesterday. My biggest problem isn't tired. My biggest problem is I've been inhaling the fumes from the cat litter dust. Her response, and I'll give her credit. This is a pretty fair response, all things considered. She wrote, maybe it's best that you find someone that just wants sex from you. I'll stop asking you to spend time with me. And to be completely fair, it's not like I just want sex from you. But that's one of the things I want. I mean, let's face it. Nobody goes to a nice restaurant just for the ambience. They want to eat too. So, I didn't respond to that. What do I respond to that? I don't even know. I couldn't think of a good response to it. Oh, I totally do not want to come out this way, and I'm already going out this way. Traffic in this shopping center is just really annoying to me lately in the daytime. Costco gas station coming soon. Oh, they can't open their new one enough. One of the employees was telling me how many pumps there's going to be there, and there's going to be significantly more pumps at the new one. Still really mourning the building that was destroyed to make way for it, but looking forward to the additional gas pumps. Yeah, I did not want to come out this way. I can only turn right going this way, and I need to go left. And it looks like what other people are doing is turning right. Well, at least that big white truck did. Turn right, go across all 3 lanes, and then try to make a U-turn. That doesn't sound like a good time either. Of course, now I'm completely going the opposite direction of where I need to go. But hey, at least I'm doing it with a full tank of gas. Speaking of full tank of gas, there's an update on that. How much did that cost me? That's certainly a relevant change of how the real things in my life are changing. And that's one of those things that affects everybody, not just me. Well, most everybody. I'm assuming there are some people that are wealthy enough that they don't even have to think about what fuel costs. And some people that are wealthy enough they don't have to drive themselves. But it was $3.15 a gallon. I got 11.44 gallons in my 11-gallon tank. So, yeah, it was empty. Total cost of $36.16. I think that's more than I paid for my last tank, as far as like per gallon. But not much. And it's still crap compared to what gas cost 2.5 years ago, but feels like it's better than it was, say, 6 months ago. So there's that. Anyway, the thing with the price of gas is that it's nothing I have control over. I mean, beyond where I purchase it, and purchasing it with a Costco credit card at a Costco is there's nothing I can do to make it cost any less than that. And it just isn't. I mean, the only thing I can do to spend less money on gas than that is to just simply not drive. And yeah, I did that for about 10 months, and the bulk majority of that was an absolute living hell. So as much as I do like public transit, yeah, hard pass on that. I've breathed in so much of that kitty litter dust that just well, look at this fool in the blue car blocking lanes. Yeah, that's not how you use a left turn lane, fool. Man, I could really use a drink right now. Not like a drink, but just like some liquid. Got a funky taste in my mouth. I can still kitty litter dust in my nostrils. Part of me wants to roll down the window, but I just hate the feeling of air coming in the window when I'm driving. I did roll down the passenger window, but yeah, I definitely use some more fresh air. I think Thomas Road used to always flow faster than this. I'm driving 20 miles per hour right now at 11:04 in the morning. love that classic Arby's sign there. To my knowledge, that's the only one of those in the Phoenix area. There's a lot of those in Denver. At least there was when I lived there. I would hope they're still around Denver. It's a good. I was talking about grandfather clauses last night and all my wandering and rambling, and it's a really good example of it. A sign like that absolutely cannot be built today, way outside of sign code. But neither could one like that in AAA Auto Repair either. That's a new sign, but in the old thing. As I was saying, in a couple of those where the old signs get kept because they're an asset to the property, because the new sign can be put in the old sign's location, and that it's grandfathered in. So anyway, yeah, I dig that. I dig the old Arby's, the old Arby's sign. That Arby's roast beef, it is delicious. It's also kind of pricey. Okay. Oh, the vehicle on the right did stop for the crosswalk. I didn't think the one on the right was going to do it. And the pedestrian felt so threatened that she ran the rest of the way across the crosswalk. Can't say I blame her. I mean, we're a quarter mile away from where Jesse got plowed over and killed. Jesse, the former cook from Highway Lounge. Yes, I'm totally going in the wrong direction to rob a shop, but I think I want to go by Taco Bell, get myself one of those bargain burritos, and I got a little something in my belly, and even though it's not happy hour discounted drink price time, get myself and it's overpriced at this time of day, but get myself a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I can definitely afford it, and I think that'll put my head in a better place. I forget what I was talking about. I don't really have anything more to say about Priscilla. I mean, I
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm good. What can I get for you today?
I just want to get a cheesy bean and rice burrito and a what drink size is a 32 ounce?
I'm sorry? It's
Well,
32 ounces.
Okay, so I want a 32 ounce Baja
Oh, it's a
Blast.
large. That's
Okay.
what you're asking. Oh, it's
Yeah.
a size large.
Yeah,
Sorry.
everybody says large, medium, small, but they never print on their menus like what
I am
size
so
they actually
sorry.
have.
Yeah, so large.
The other day I went to Burger King and I specifically said that I wanted a 32 ounce drink, and they gave me a 44 ounce drink, and it doesn't fit in my cup holder. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a large.
cool. Yeah, so yeah, 32 ounce
Large Dr. Pepper?
Baja Blast,
Baja Blast. Sorry
Yes.
about that. Okay.
and that'll be it for me.
Alrighty. Do you need any sauce today?
No, I'm good.
And would you like to round up 88 cents to support students today with their
Aye.
education?
In this economy, I need every penny to myself. I'm sorry.
No problem. 412.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on my situation with my kids. Oh God.
Hi.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm craving right there.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, 412. And you said no sauce, right?
Yeah, no sauce.
Okay. Alrighty, trade you. Thank you. There you are. You have a good day, okay? Do you need a receipt? Okay.
Please. God, I needed some fluid in me. I'm so thirsty. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Lots of water, too.
She's not wrong. I should totally be drinking more water, but which reminds me, I need to go back to Costco. As I have a voucher redemption that may have expired by now, that they've been emailing me about. I'm sure it's sitting in my mailbox. I haven't checked the mail in ages, but yeah, I need to go over there to customer service and just let them know I haven't been getting my mail and see if they can print me one. And yeah, I just keep putting that off, and it's going to expire. Now, generally speaking, Costco customer service is really good. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually issued one to me, even if it hasn't expired. But yeah, I need to get. It's a pretty substantial amount. I think it's like $60. But yeah, I need to get me some bottled water. I don't have any drinking water at home right now, and I haven't for a while. And I love how they turn the tennis courts that nobody was using as tennis courts into a skate park for the neighborhood kids here. I always forget the name of this damn park. It's the one one of the many that keeps showing up on the news for having homeless encampments in it. But meanwhile, we got the homeless encampment here. I mean, that's still very much a thing, and it's quite populated more than it has been lately. There's been an increase in the population. But it seems like the homeless people do a pretty good job of just staying there along that fence line and on the outside of the fence, separated from the park. And the kids stay inside the fence there, enjoying the skate park. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, the homeless people in the park, they're such a threat to our kids. But as much as I detest the homeless people in the park, to be devil's advocate here, they don't seem to be causing a problem with the kids that are enjoying the skate park or the playground. The homeless people all seem to be staying over here doing their thing. The one with the bicycle is actually kind of cute. A little bit I can see of her. That Family Dollar store always trips me out. The fence around it just reminds me so much of prison. All right, there we go. Got a jaywalker making a mad dash, trying to get across 32nd Street, and he made it. And to be honest, I don't think it would have been in the slightest bit safer if he'd have gone up to the corner and crossed there in the unmarked crosswalk. Generally speaking, Phoenix drivers don't give a shit about pedestrians, crosswalk or no. It's actually getting kind of warm in the car, even though it's kind of cool outside. It's from the sun coming through the windshield. Still got that smell of cat litter, dust in my nostrils. I'm hating it. I don't know what to do about that. The Baja Blast definitely hitting the spot. And I never pay. I'm very rare that I will buy Baja Blast full price. I generally only get it when it's a $1 happy hour drink. That drink cost me $2.79. Shit, half the alcoholic drinks I get at bars cost me less than that. But oh God, is it hitting the spot? And I didn't have to get out of my car to get it. And I didn't have to deal with the frustration of knowing that I paid for a sip and save that Circle K doesn't want to honor. Oh my God, I just talked up some phlegm and I can taste them and feel the kitty litter dust in it. Yikes. Oh God. Awful. Absolutely awful. Alright, I'm looking over at the Burger King on my right. Maybe I can zoom in on it. They got the 2 for $7 mix and match. Looks like that's replaced the 2 for $5 mix and match that they used to have. That's the kind of real inflation that's affecting me. That's where I see it. Although the talk of local news radio lately has been egg prices. I can't even remember the last time I bought a carton of eggs. I don't cook. For those who don't know, I don't cook. It's been probably over a decade since I've actually cooked or prepared eggs myself. So I don't buy cartons of eggs. Now that said, I do regularly consume things with eggs in them. Most notably, one of my favorite breakfasts to get after work is the bacon scrambler, which is basically scrambled eggs with bacon and cheese. I don't think there's anything in it other than bacon and cheese. I'm not sure if there is. So I'm basically buying a thing of eggs, many of the times that I go to QT. And then I also get the, their breakfast tacos, which to me are breakfast burritos, which are primarily egg as well. And interestingly enough, those items have not gone up in price at all. The scrambler is still holding solid as a $3 breakfast option. Oh, no wonder it's getting hot in the car. My heater's on. Let's turn all that off. So yeah, I have no concept of what's going on with the price of eggs beyond what I'm hearing on news radio, but I'm hearing it constantly. And I think I've heard people overheard them talking about it at work. And on the morning show, Jim Sharp in the morning, I'm not sure if I heard it this morning or maybe yesterday morning. This morning driving home from the Metro Center area, or yesterday morning driving home from work. But I recall hearing like in his banter back and forth between him and Jamie, mention that he was in the grocery store and saw other people next to him trying to decide if at the current price for a dozen eggs, if it was something they still wanted to purchase. So apparently the increase has been, I don't know. What's your experience with buying eggs? Leave it in the comments section. Yeah, the only ways in which I purchase eggs, the prices haven't gone up at all. So. And I'm really surprised by that. I mean, some of the fast food prices that I definitely the Burger King, the 2 for $5 is now a 2 for $7. Consequently, I buy a whole lot less Burger King now. Although my last experience with Burger King is what I described to the gal at the drive-thru there at Taco Bell. It was on New Year's Day when I was driving Bucky to take his battery to AutoZone to get it charged up and to get him over to. I actually went over to Walmart because the price was so expensive for a gas can over at AutoZone, that we went over to Walmart across the street and he got a gas can there. He needed an empty gas. He needed an empty gas can. Gas, and then we went over to QT and got gas. But before we went to QT, he said that he had an EBT card that had food on it, had fast food benefits. My EBT card didn't include that. I guess you've got to be homeless to get that benefit on your EBT card. That's certainly something that Adam Gilligan on his Phoenix Homeless YouTube channel has talked about. Yeah, my EBT card, which is still sitting on my dresser, it has no money on it. At this point, I don't qualify for any SNAP benefits because I just simply make too much money. In fact, my last paycheck that I got, I should have got today, but I got like 2 days ago through that early pay thing through Wells Fargo, is the largest I've ever got from Amazon that didn't include part of my signing bonus. It was actually over $1,000, so that was pretty exciting for like a week's worth of pay for a guy who's got a so-called unskilled labor job. That's now granted, that was with a lot of overtime. That was also with some holiday pay and quite a bit of holiday pay as well. So, there's no way I can count on that being my paycheck every week. It's nothing I can really do with the Amazon formula to make that happen, but I'm excited that happened. But yeah, Bucky had SNAP benefits for Hannah's food, and I said he'd give me some, if I want some food, and I really wasn't hungry, and then I'm thinking to myself, I'm doing pretty okay. Like, I really don't need to be hitting up my homeless friend to feed me. But then when we got in the drive-thru, I was like, it's like I could really use a Coke. like, can I just get a drink? Like, I'm not gonna dip into your food money because obviously you need that. Like, but can I get a Coke? And I specifically, and I kind of alluded to this on my videos that I did on New Year's Day, but I don't think I really got into the story. So, yeah, kind of like I was explaining to the gal just now in the Taco Bell drive-thru, I had asked, what size their large was, and she's like, well, what do you mean? It's a large. What size is your large? Oh, it's a large. No, but I mean, what size is it? I'm wanting a 32 ounce drink. Is your large 32 ounces? And she's like, the one person, I heard one voice say, I don't know. Like, how do you not know? You're serving them. Do you not see the cups? Do you honestly, to God, are you that ignorant that you don't know the difference between a 44 ounce cup and a 32 ounce cup and a 24 ounce cup and a 16 ounce cup when you look at it? Is this generation really that fucking stupid? Oh my God. So anyway, another voice came on and said, yes, it's 32 ounces. And I'm like, cool, that's what I'd like then, a 32 ounce Coke. So I very specifically stated that what I wanted is a 32 ounce drink. Yay, my Benz is still here. So, and Taco Bell, at least the gal at Taco Bell was smart and knew what was up with that. And as you see, that has a 32 ounce drink. Fits perfectly in my cup holder. Just what I needed. Anyway, but yeah, and mind you, my mindset was not good. I was not in a good frame of mind on New Year's Day, and it wasn't really because of Bucky. I mean, he's imposing on me a little bit, but I certainly, I could have just simply not helped him out. I had that option. I mean, the bare minimum that I really needed to do to him for him was to get him his batteries back. I had to, like, USB, whatever you call them, the USB batteries, that you charge up to power cell phones and other USB powered devices. So yeah, I had those, and so anyway, but yeah, I was in a pretty bad frame of mind, and honestly, a lot of that had to do with Priscilla. A lot of my grumpiness these days stems from Priscilla and her completely diminished sex drive, the fact that she seems to want to maintain a sexless relationship with me. It's like, if I wanted to be in a sexless marriage, I'd be married. Hello. I said somebody rummaged through my car. I wonder if that meant, He said it looked like somebody rummaged through my car. I don't see it. Oh yeah, they destroyed my dashboard and stole my stereo. God damn it. Well, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. Well, left the paperwork for the stereo. Yeah, they fucked my car good. Absolutely destroyed my dashboard. Wow, that fucking sucks. Yeah, they rummaged in my car big time. I mean, the interior was trashed already, and there was a bunch of shit in the back, But oh man, I can't. At least Woodstock is still here, although horribly faded from the sun. Oh Man, that sucks. I was really wanting to move the car stereo into my Saturn because it was a really nice car stereo, and it had iPod control, which worked with my iPhone and the Amazon app. And there was the hands-free microphone right there. It's still there. Yeah, they fucked my dashboard big time. God damn it. Oh, well, c'est la vie, I guess. It's a dashboard cover for a Lime scooter still sitting in here. Damn it. God, that fucking sucks. Like I wasn't already having a shitty enough day. Apparently they got into my, at least they didn't smash any windows out. Apparently they got into my car just by opening the damn door. Unlike this car that's parked over here, somebody got the window smashed out in. Fucking meth heads fucking my shit. Anyway, I'm heading over there right now. And welcome back, YouTube. So the guy that was waving across the street, I thought that was Rob, and that's why I kind of hastily stopped my video. But actually, it was one of the guys working for him. But I think he was just like noticing that there was somebody across the street rummaging through one of the cars that Rob's responsible for, and was probably concerned about that. But that's all right. I walked over. It's like the first thing I asked is, "Hey, where's Rob?" He said, "Oh, he's in the shop." So, yeah, really bummed that happened. Rob unexpectedly gave me a car stereo that is very similar to the one that was stolen out of it. It's actually a newer, nicer Pioneer, but yeah, this is awfully similar to the one that was in it, and it seems to be in pretty good shape, still in some kind of mounting bracket. And the important thing is it's still got the whole harness. It hasn't been cut. It's always rough trying to patch them together when people have cut the harnesses. So I guess I you know, it's I'm pretty evened up. I mean, granted, the inside of my dashboard has been destroyed, but to be fair, it wasn't all that nice anyway. So I'm just happy I got another car stereo. I'm definitely looking forward. What the hell? Wow, it acted like it didn't want to start. That was a little scary. It's actually hot in here. It's crazy. Middle of January and it's hot in my car. Welcome to Phoenix. Yeah, so I guess it's all right. I mean, what the hell was I going to do with the dashboard of that? Probably take it apart and sell it, you know, but whatever. It's all minor change. I mean, there's a handful of items that are on that car that I expect to be some money items. He did say he went over and started it, and he had the key handy, so I didn't try to start it myself, but he seemed pretty sincere about it. Anyway, gave me the phone number to his tow guy, which now I'm not seeing card. But I know I got his number saved in my phone. I already called him. He's apparently put it as he's on his way, the tow truck driver. Older Mexican man does not speak very good English. I had a hell of a time understanding him, and he seemed like he was struggling to understand me. But apparently he is on his way to Rob's shop right now to get the key to the bins from him, and then hook onto it and haul it over to my place. Rob told me that yeah, don't send him anything more than the address. That if you try to send him directions on stuff to do, the guy just will, well, it'll get lost in the language barrier. He'll get confused. So I got a feeling I'm gonna have to. You know, I'm sure he's gonna try to park it in front of my apartment, and I'm also reasonably sure that the plates on the bins have expired. But either way, I don't want it parked on the street. I don't want it parked on Oak Street. I want it behind my apartment in the uncovered parking. In fact, right now it actually might be beneficial to me to put it in the covered parking. Might be beneficial to put it in the covered parking. And God, I can't believe how hot it is in the car right now. This is crazy. to open some windows and get some airflow in here. I know it's going to make it hard to hear me. I'm actually sweating. This is crazy. Middle of freaking January. I'd look up the temperature on the Obama phone, but it's probably not updating. Or maybe it is. It says 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Definitely warmer in my car. But you know, I'm thinking that's the sun going through the glass effect. And I'm 100% headed in the opposite direction of my apartment. I need to get my ass turned around. I just didn't feel like I could make a left off of I think it was 42nd Street. I didn't feel like I could make a left off of 42nd with all the little construction signs in the middle of the road onto University there. That's fine. I'll just drive around this Amazon warehouse, which was the first one that I applied at when I didn't really understand as much about Amazon as I understand now, and was actually applying to work at for an independent contractor that would not have given me all the great perks that I get as an actual Amazon employee. So, again, more happy accidents. It ended up being a good thing that I didn't get the job working for Penske, and it's pretty much a good thing that I didn't get the job working for the Amazon contractor. So I feel like I'm in a much better place with the job that I have, especially considering all the training that I've got and the roles that I've moved into. And maybe it's time I started looking into career choice. Look, there's that little gas-powered forklift that I always see over here. Oh, they got two of them. Moving around pallets of cinder blocks that are definitely beyond the weight limit of the electric forklifts that I drive for Amazon. You know, I always find it interesting how all Amazon facilities have a 4-character designation, usually 3 letters followed by a number. And you can easily find those on Google Maps, but they're not on any of the signs. Like the sign just says Amazon, and it has the address. But I don't know. I don't know the number of that one. And the building on the right is actually where the office is for that contractor that I was trying to get the job with. Amazon 30. I'm assuming it just says 3030. So I'm assuming that's 3030 South 40th Street. I assume that's a fulfillment center. Although from being on the Amazon FC subreddit, I've learned that there's fulfillment centers and then there's delivery centers, and they're not the same thing. So that might just be a delivery center. I really don't know. I mean, I had no idea that the place I was applying for when I applied for it was a crossbound dock, or even what a crossbound dock was before I worked at one. Hell, I didn't even really understand that that's what it was for the first several months I worked there. I just knew my job was to take boxes off the pallet, put labels on them if they weren't labeled adequately, and throw them on the conveyor belt. Gotta start somewhere, right? It's kind of funny. I was chatting with one of the PAs in Outbound a couple days ago, actually Wednesday night, my last shift, about chatting with him about how I had actually went and worked in Inbound the week before, and how I had walked over and saw leadership that I didn't know, and they were stressing about somebody to throw on the lines. And I'm like, hey, I can do that. He's like, oh, they make you throw on the lines? I'm like, no, I volunteered myself for it. It actually seemed like a nice change of pace. I said it would suck if I did that every day, but you know, sometimes it feels good to just go over there and do that. And he said that he's done that himself before. In fact, he said he was thinking he might be. Wow, it is idling awfully rough at the moment. In fact, he was saying that he might go do that that day, because even though he's a PA and he's a lower level manager, he had come over and was talking to me over by Dock 339. He was not, he's a front half PA, and Wednesday night, even though it's part of the front half schedule, is generally ran by back half management. So yeah, he was not. He said at that point he wasn't sure what he was doing. He was in there to work, but he wasn't sure what he was doing. But it did seem pretty clear that there wasn't a space for him in our department that night. He said that he might, and I don't know. I guess I'll have to just ask him the next time I see him. It's like, hey, dude, did you go throw? Did you spend the night throwing boxes? But yeah, we chatted about it a little bit, and I told him, it's like, it's actually kind of nice. It's as much as that's an entry level position and kind of a total grunt position. It's nice if they can keep just one experienced person on each line to kind of spot check all the boxes that are floating past them to make sure that they're not messed up. This saves a whole lot of time if that person can see a series of boxes coming that have no labels on them and start throwing them off the line and finding the person that's doing that and being like hold up, stop, you're not doing it right. If that can be helped, before they get further down the line and then start to cause sorting problems. That's definitely a thing in the Amazon facility I'm at, and I find that's a thing with all kinds of things, in life and work in general. Catching a problem where it starts is the easiest place to fix it, versus it not getting fixed further down the line and it causes more problems. Which reminds me, I still haven't shared that label with my direct manager, my area manager. I'm forgetting his damn name, Dustin. The one with the hip buy problem, the printer being misaligned. Yeah, I am not used to driving this time of day. I'm not used to driving when the sun's out. Not used to the sun being out. Not used to there being this much traffic on this road when I'm on it. Oh. So I'm debating as to whether I need to be home and waiting for this tow truck driver, or yeah, I think I need to go home. I really need to go to Costco and try to redeem that voucher that I have and get myself some water and some other beverages and probably some food as well. Are you coming over, dude? Just driving with your blinker on. Apparently he was just driving with his blinker on. Alrighty then. Oh, and talking on the phone. That person's paying zero attention and the phone up to their ear. Good times. Every time I drive across here, I try to look over to the right to see that little tiny Amazon warehouse over there. I still don't know what the purpose of that one is. And I should be able to see it from this freeway, but I don't know if I'm just always looking too late or what, but I've never really, every time I look for it, I never see it. Whoa! I think I just saw a tent in the landscaping on the right, between where the lanes split up to go north up to McDowell Road or west onto the 202. It looked like there was a little tent up in that median. Those people are camping Portland style. Gotta give them props though. I mean, they're not harming anybody being over there, and I bet very few people noticed that. I barely caught that out of the corner of my eye. Mostly because I was turning my head trying to see if I could see the dang Amazon warehouse. So that's fine. I need to get home. I think I've only got like 4% battery on the iPhone right now, and I didn't bring a lightning cable with me. Still got my Taco Bell burrito, which is probably gotten kind of cold by now. That Mountain Dew sure hit the spot though. I love me some Baja Blast. Taco Bell certainly got something keeping that almost exclusive to inside their restaurants, because I would not pay that much for a fountain drink of anything else. Oh, 12:18. Good afternoon.